And welcome back to the SA Sports Show. Host Greg Anderson, my co-host Barry Curtin. Really interesting chat with Scotty and Alan. That's amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Because you wouldn't pick it, Ando, would you?
No way.
That's the key to it. You would not pick that.
I just see Scotty kicking goals and going up in dices to grab premiership medals.
Fantastic player.
That was fantastic. But our next guest, Michael Smith, welcome from the Disability Recreation and Sports SA. Talk about you've got a lot of things happening as well at the moment, which is fantastic.
A squillion things.
Yeah,
that's right. From wheelchair basketball to electric power chair hockey, kids programs, you name it, we've got it.
Football as well, AFL football.
Yeah, that's right.
3 years in a row for
that's right.
For
so the SA
South
Rolling
Australian
Stars.
champions.
You
I love it.
Showing it to
Australian
the
champions. I like that.
What were they called? Rolling Stars.
The SA Rolling Stars.
That's very good. That's very good.
That's right. 3-time national champion.
Go through for me the other teams. What are they called? You've got one there that really fascinated us earlier on.
Right.
The electric wheelchair. That was.
Yep. So the electric wheelchair is the SA Scorpions.
Yeah.
And there's the Adelaide Thunder wheelchair basketball team.
Yeah, which are very popular.
Very popular.
Yeah.
The SA Sharks are the rugby team. And then we've got lots of individual athletes that go away.
It's an amazing thing, you know. Well, it is because, you know, if you ended up in a wheelchair, you can either go one of two ways, really, can't you? You go boom, straight down there, you end up with Scotty and co. Or what an opportunity it is this. And obviously a lot of people have taken up that opportunity to go and have a crack at something. So this is great. I like this.
But I know it's also at a young age, and unfortunately we've got very, very young children that are in wheelchairs, and but you're able to bring them out and together and joining teams and working together with, and all of a sudden new friends and
that's absolutely right.
Whole new life.
They make friends and see other kids in similar positions go such a long way with their own self-esteem and self-confidence, and not to mention what it does for the families and the parents. They can see their kid on the sporting court having fun, smile on their face. That goes a very long way.
We've got some great school programs at the moment. I've noticed on, and obviously they go right through the year, but you got some, you've got plenty on up till Christmas.
That's right. Yes, it's
really
flat out.
Yeah.
But it's a great opportunity for able-bods to jump in the chairs and experience what life's like, but also to see, I suppose, the sporting pathways that can be taken.
Yeah. You must see, you must get a lot of satisfaction as well by seeing someone new come in a wheelchair who, might be a little bit, I don't really want to be here, I shouldn't be here. Then within 6-7 weeks of, like you said, making friends and a few buddies, playing sport, and see them grow.
Absolutely.
You must get a lot of satisfaction out of that. And that would happen quite a bit.
Yes, you're spot on. So it does happen, and you see the kids grow, but it also gives a chance for mum and dad to jump in a chair as well and play alongside. We had a young guy come out to a football training, and like you said, was a bit nervous and a little bit reluctant to have a go. The next week he rocked up in a Crows Guernsey, his brother was wearing a Crows Guernsey, his dad was wearing a Crows Guernsey.
Why?
And they all played alongside each other.
Why are they wearing Crows Guernseys? What's going on there?
Oh, they must have been out of Port Adelaide ones.
Could you see at the high level, that's fantastically publicised, and we watch it at the elite level, at the World Championships and the Olympics and Commonwealth Games, and but it's great that at a young age you can start participating and have a light at the end of the tunnel that I can go to the World Championships, and that must be just a thrill to see some athletes that have gone through those stages and now at the highest level, but starting as a shy young person, when they first came in.
We have a member who's a table tennis player, and he joined us quite a few years ago. He would have been about 11 or 12.
Yep.
And he's just turned 18 and been away to Slovenia for the International World Champions.
Yeah. Wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's great, isn't
it? It's fantastic, and that's just one example. We have so many members, and regardless of age, even if you're 30s, 40s, 50s, and you might experience an accident or illness and find yourself in a chair or with a disability, we can still offer an opportunity to play in our state team. It's not age discriminant. If you're good enough, you're in.
You're in, yeah.
If you do, sorry, Brad, if you do get to the elite level in an elite team, do you end up going to Canberra at the Institute of Sport and training together and then going overseas? So
depending on the sport, I suppose.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yes, so it's not always Canberra, but depending on where the host team is, and so a lot of players and athletes go through the Paralympic Committee, and so they get picked up by them and trained by the Paralympic Committee, so they can still train in SA, and then they get ready to go away when there's Paralympics or Commonwealth Games.
Wow.
So Greg mentioned earlier you've got a very busy time coming up. Tell us what you got happening and where is it all happening? Where can we catch up with all this?
Right. So we have the electric wheelchair sports is running on Monday nights.
Stop. Stop right there. The electric wheelchair sport. Does anybody beef them up? I mean, I'd be thinking electrics. I'd be taking it down to my nearest whatever. Mate, how about giving us a little jab?
Yep.
You know, I mean, is there a certain degree where you go, hey, whoa?
There are speed limits, but not necessarily contact limits. So they have great ball bars, I suppose, on the front of their chairs that they attach, and they can hit the soccer ball with it or go through power chair hockey. So it does get quite physical pretty quickly.
Is there sprints in it as well? Sorry, do they actually do a sprint in the electric wheelchair? Like, so, okay, it's the fastest wins it.
Really good question. I don't actually know, to be honest. But I do know
because that would be awesome.
Yeah, you bet.
And people love speed. The kids love speed. You know.
Yeah.
And the more agile you are in the chair, in an electric chair, I suppose, shows that. You see some players whiz around the court and you'll be facing this way and you'll hear a big screech and you'll turn around. It's because someone just swung around, ready to go. So they do race, but maybe not against each other.
So what do we got? What's happening? You've got the wheelchair,
yes,
electric chair. Yeah.
And then the national championships for the wheelchair footy will be held in March next year. Still to be announced where that's going to be, but we're definitely going to be sending a team away, or who knows, maybe hosting it here. Would be the dream. So they'll start training relatively soon to get their skills up and ready for the nationals.
Wow,
and the Adelaide Thunder state team are going to start training again very soon also. Their campaign will kick off in May, and they play in the National Wheelchair Basketball League against all the other states, and are really, really on the rise, got a lot of young talent.
What sort of squads are you looking at for, because in the way of training?
It depends on the team. So for the wheelchair basketball, we have a social comp, and that has 4 teams in it, and players are then invited along to train with the Adelaide Thunder, so we can have around about 15 in that squad. And likewise with the wheelchair footy, we have probably about 20 people that actively engage every Sunday, and then from there we select a team and say, let's train together and become the best we can be.
3 premiership, that's nice.
That's right, let's go for 4.
Growth in the sport, how long have you been with?
Not long, only 6 months.
Okay.
But growth is really dependent on people knowing who we are, I suppose. We were formerly known as wheelchair sports, and we've changed to disability reckon sports to become more inclusive, so that people don't think they're excluded if they're not in a day chair. We're open to any para-athlete and able-bods, depending on classification. So there has been a growth in getting more able-bods involved, but the more people that can learn who we are, that way we can really advertise our sports to them and say, get involved, we want you.
Yeah.
When you do, and it's been fantastic. We've chatted to some very successful athletes, and you see their the enthusiasm for sports, being a team member, and it really, I would say, it really brings them out, like all of us, all of us, when it comes to sports environment.
Absolutely.
So there's, if it's so important to engage with
Great
with other athletes.
Yeah. I love it. It's a great pathway, but it's also good viewing, isn't it? I mean, I enjoy watching it, and I do enjoy watching it. Because we've got a few guns, haven't we? We've got a couple of guns in wheelchairs that are running around the countryside at the moment,
You bet. Adam Roki is an absolute star and has been for a long time. Jay Don't, who's the Adelaide Thunder captain. He's away in Spain at the moment, signed a contract there for wheelchair basketball.
Don't you love that?
Brody Healy, who's the captain of the SA footy team, is 17, I think, and he's just on the rise all the time. He really brings the team together. So he's another one that jumps straight to mind.
And he, like I said a bit earlier, guys like that, probably a couple of years ago, he might not have thought there was any. This is it for me. This just brings out so much in people, doesn't it? It'd be amazing for him. Right now, he would walk out of an event like that not even thinking about being in a wheelchair, just thinking about the team, the result, just like we all do.
And next game.
And next game.
That's right.
And next game. So. It's a great thing, isn't it, really? Because I've always wondered what people think when they're in wheelchairs, because it's a horrible thing to think, well, that's it for me. what do I do now?
It's a whole
Here's
new
your
world,
answer.
isn't it?
Here's
This is your answer.
And you've
This is
seen it
your
now
answer.
for 6 or 7 months. It must be just great going to work.
It is absolutely. I love it. I love it to bits, and it's just amazing to see the difference you can make to people's lives and their families as well. I think that's the one that really hits home, is seeing mum and dad smile or jumping in the chairs as well and playing alongside them.
I'm going to be jumping because I'm going to get a chair that's going to be as hotted up like you would not believe.
Get the mags going.
Get the mags going.
And
I'll be-
exhaust pipes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It just fascinated me though, the electric wheelchair. I thought, whoa, I've never seen that before. Has it always been?
I think it's become more prevalent as technology sort of rises with it, and we get more access to faster chairs and more manoeuvrability, those sort of things. But it's absolutely on the rise, and it's a great, it's fast-paced sport for people who might have muscular dystrophy or similar diseases. It gets them active and in a fast-paced environment, a team environment that we all love.
I love it.
Michael, thanks very, very much for coming in.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, mate.
Thanks for having me.
I really
I
appreciate
can't
it.
believe how happy he is. So it's bloody
Well,
brilliant.
you know,
So, fantastic, and all the best with it. I know you've got a really busy schedule ahead of you. Good luck with it all, and
absolutely.
and just more premierships for South Australia.
You
That's
bet.
what we're
Let's
after.
bring it
Yeah, that's what we're after, mate. Yeah,
We're
bring
back
home the
after the
bacon.
break.